Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our second hour of 8 Bits. I'm djWHEAT, joined as always by itmeJP and Jeff Green, aka Green Speak. And we just got done flogging Destiny a little bit. We'll put that one on the back burner, let it simmer, and we'll see what happens here in the future. But we have some other games to discuss, gentlemen. And I don't know, before we jump into to ArcheAge, is it ArcheAge or ArcheAge or what is it, JP? Why don't I hear you?
I'm glad you asked.
There we go. There, now I hear you. No, I don't hear you.
Uh-oh. I don't hear him either.
JP! What?
I'm sorry, Skype sometimes...
There he is.
When you have 5 monitors, sometimes when you go all the way over to the right and you're holding down caps lock, which happens to be the Skype mute button, it goes over to the other PC and the key stays... Well, I said it.
I see.
The key
Are you
stays held
exaggerating
in.
about 5 monitors? Do you have 5 monitors?
I have 5 monitors, yeah, I actually do. It's kind of stupid. That's why, like, right here, you guys are on that monitor, and this is, like, the main one. I'm also reading emails over there. Anyways, like, when you go over there, the key stays put in, and it'll just mute you on Skype until you go over and mute it. Sorry about that. It's ArcheAge with an E at the end. Yeah, it's not Arch. I think that's why the E is there. It's because it's Arch.
I see. Arch.
But I guess
anyway.
ARCH by itself is also... It's a fucking Korean MMO, man. What do you want?
So, before we jump into that, maybe we chat just a little tiny bit about mobile. Jeff, I saw you with some quips, and thank you very much. They were appreciated. I think one of them was, if this shit was on Twitch, it would be running flawlessly, in reference to the Apple keynote that took place for iPhone 6.
And I meant it. I meant it.
I was right there with you. I mean, I'm still... A lot of people be like, it's not gaming, but I think mobile has a place. But anyway, any interest in this phone? I am an iPhone user. I will be getting the 6 Plus.
Me too.
For sure.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't watch because that happened on Tuesday when I was doing the stream, and I just haven't gone back and read. My brother asked me if I was going to buy something or buy it on... Was it Thursday evening when those pre-orders went out?
Yeah, pre-orders open now. I'm gonna wait.
I still have a 4S.
Oh my God, you're gonna be.
Okay, I know.
It's gonna be like.
I'm due for an upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will get the 6. I won't get the bigger one.
You won't get the 6 Plus.
No? I don't get it. Why do I want a bigger phone? Like, I've got an iPad.
You know, I've got my iPad and I don't have a mini, but I
don't either.
I'm on a 5S right now, or 5. Yeah, 5. And I do need something just a little bit bigger. I like this for talking, and I imagine that's the one thing I'm not going to like that much, is holding like a tablet up to my ear. But for just doing everything else, I do need something a little bit bigger. Like,
what would you do on this that you wouldn't do on your iPad?
I feel more comfortable typing. Oh, because I don't like typing on my iPad. And if I'm gonna pull a device out that's that big to type on it, it's gonna be my Surface. Like, my Surface is for productivity, but my iPhone like fails enough with productivity only because of its size. You know, like I do a lot of emails, so just a little bit bigger for me is gonna make the world of difference. Plus, there's a lot of stuff like when you have landscape mode on like the bigger phone. I think the other one is like that. You know, you can do things that sort of simulate like what it does on the iPad too. Just, I don't know, better organization.
Okay. For me, it's a phone, it's an iPod, it's a camera, and it's a texting device.
Then you want a 6, right?
Yeah, like, because anything else I would just do on my iPad.
Right.
You know, this is mostly a phone for me.
And you probably want smaller if you just
fancy that.
I know, go figure, right?
Last thing I'll say on this, and we'll jump into ArcheAge.
What about the watch, though?
It's weird to me the trends and when it comes to phones, because like for a while there, smaller was better, right? Smaller was all the rage, and then something like the Samsung Note, I think, was probably one of the biggest or the bigger ones come out. Happens, and everyone's like, "Oh fuck, I want a bigger fucking phone." And now I see people that like whip out this phone that,
hey guys,
it's like literally that size up to your fucking ear, and it's like, what the fuck? Why? Like, people pull out a literal fucking iPad phone and like put it down, and we're like on a roller coaster, and I'm like, what are you doing with that thing in your fucking pocket?
Yeah, it's like people taking photos with their iPad, just
Yeah,
Oh,
or like
God.
they're at a concert with their iPad.
Ever.
I
Never
can't
looks good.
stand iPhone photo or iPad photos. Like, it looks so fucking goofy as fuck.
Yeah, it's funny.
I
Okay,
want to do
anyway.
talk before you jump in. I do want to talk about one mobile game. I got to give
yeah.
I got to give a shout out to Fat Baby for recommending this to me. And you know what, guys? It's like this is a free to play game, so obviously it's got its little, jewel mechanic into it. But this game is made by Ubisoft, and it's called Little Raiders. And you can tell that it's got some polish, some quality to it because it came from Ubisoft. Like, I was pretty impressed with this game. The way it works is you are a guy in a tree. I mean, I think you're kind of Robin Hood, right? But Little Raiders. And then you get villagers. They come in. You train them as like archers or swordsmen, and eventually you get other classes. I have a bomb guy right now as well. And then the way it works is it's kind of like drag tactics, where you select the group that you want and then tell them what guys to go attack. And obviously you have your ranged and your close, and then you go out. You do different objectives to unlock new buildings and to get materials to build your tree higher and higher. And it's like a little quality game. I mean, I've played 1,000 of these games, but I've played 1,000 unpolished games, right? It was kind of interesting. And the only reason I bring it up is because we've seen more AAA companies, Square Enix, EA, Ubisoft, sort of jump into this realm. And I think they're starting to realize that, yeah, people are going to clone the shit out of us, and, this is inevitably going to happen, but they can't put the same level of polish that we can put into a game. So I would advise anyone who's got like an iPad, iPhone, check out Little Raiders. Like I said, it's free, so you're not really investing anything other than some time to check it out. I spent $5 on the game, and that's it.
What's that?
And did you need to spend it, or
no? I didn't, Jeff. You know what they did to me? You know what they did? I'm playing the game, whatever. I play it maybe 30 minutes a day, do my stuff, like do some missions. I turn it on today, and they're like, "Psst, don't tell anyone, but we're gonna give you a one-time offer, and we're gonna give you another builder so you can double build, and we're gonna give you a shitload of in-game items, and we're gonna give you this fucking legendary sword that will never break." Because the way it works is if your guys die, then your weapons break and you have to recraft them. And they're like, for only $4.99. And I'm like,
that's how they get you.
okay, I'm in. Let's do it. That's exactly how it happened. I was just like, you fucking assholes. I can't believe you've done this to me. But it's good. I mean, I wouldn't spend the $5 if I thought it was a shit game. But
so Little Raiders Robin's Revenge.
that's it.
All right.
Ooh, is he taking on Batman? What's going on with Robin?
It's Robin
No,
Hood.
not that Robin.
Robin
Hood.
Oh, Robin. Oh, I got excited.
So gullible, but you have no idea if you play these games.
That's why I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. And besides, you know what I think is gullible? I think gullible is buying a fucking $60 game and then playing it for 5 hours, because the amount of money that I put into this game versus the amount that I play it basically is going to make it worthwhile in the
Sure.
end.
No,
So,
I understand.
no, I was raging at the guy in chat, JP. Like, I was just,
okay. I was like, shit, I fucking hit the wrong note on week.
Oh no, it was the guy in chat, because I look
to bake him some cookies and shit.
If I seriously look at like my my $60 collection over there of all the games, I'm like, dude, there's no way that I've played half of those as much as I played some mobile games.
Cool. We also played that weird Heroes of Chaos and Order last week. That was weird.
Yeah.
That was a weird day for me, man.
Why was that?
Playing a mobile game for 4 hours. I don't know.
Oh, that was old hat for me, man. I could have gone another 4.
Yeah. It wasn't bad, but it was just weird. Anyways. So yeah, ArcheAge. I don't know where to start. I guess I talked about this and ranted and raving about the alpha back when that came out.
Yeah.
And I still feel the same way. I'm having a fun time. Like, for me, there's something very unique, and this goes outside of arcades. There's something very unique about playing an MMO at launch, right? There's only one time that can happen for an MMO, and that entire process of even the bullshit of like servers down, blah blah blah, and like sitting there waiting in queue. I still enjoy that. I don't. Maybe I'm a masochist or something, but like that whole thing is just fun to me. I enjoy playing that type of deal.
You said you enjoy waiting in the queue? Is that what you just said?
Dude, it was the new game hype. I was watching that shit,
I just enjoy like everything. Like it's probably the new game hype, but I don't know what it is. I've been through like almost every major MMO launch, and every time I get into it, like I'll do like a 20-hour plus marathon, and I enjoy racing against people that they don't even know they're being like challenged by me in a leveling contest, but I'm fucking like there, like just hammering on the grind of killing X monsters before they do it. I don't know. I'm into that type of shit.
So do you like waiting in line like for roller coasters? Do you like being in a line part?
If I have friends there to shoot the shit with, yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't mind it.
You
I enjoy
it
that
as much as being on the roller coaster.
I wouldn't say that, but it's on the same level. Also, let's talk about lines. Jeff and Wheat, I encountered the weirdest thing I have ever seen in. I don't know why I have a comb in my hand. The weirdest thing I've ever seen in an MMO ever.
I can't wait to hear.
I can't wait.
Okay,
yeah.
Here's what happens. Okay. There's story quests in this game. They're like the main quest line. They're green instead of just the normal yellow or white or whatever, right? And some of these quests, which is a fuck up by XL Games, the developers and Tryons who brought it over to the US for not fixing this or not foreseeing this as being a problem, is these things spawn once. It's this little item that, like, say you have to click on a table. And this thing will spawn every 15 to 20 seconds, but only one person can loot it at a time.
Right.
Okay.
So when you have like 500 plus people, because most of the time everyone's in the same instance of a game, so like 400 to 500 people spamming F on this table, waiting for it to respawn, and they can't really move forward in the game, right?
Oh.
So typically in MMOs, it's just that. It's everyone huddled around this table, and everyone's just spamming F, and they're all trying to get the same item. And this is kind of shit that happened in like 2005, and most MMO devs have fixed by just making it possible for everyone to loot that without giving it a second look. Like, you just go up, loot the item, and you go on with the quest. In ArcheAge, it's not. You have to wait 20 seconds. So I'm walking around yesterday. I'm doing all these quests, and I like turn to the left, and there's a line, like a literal in-game line of characters, of player characters, of people in this line, probably 400 long. Just this straight fucking line. And what people have done now, and I guess this has been a thing that I've missed with maybe like 2 or 3 other MMOs, because I'm just ahead of the curve in terms of leveling. These people have made an actual line, and everyone gets in line, and the first person in the line gets it and goes on with their day, and the entire line moves forward.
Nobody cut?
Nobody. I mean, every now and then you get like some asshole that cuts, and then the entire line is just like, hey, get this fucking guy out of here. Like, what are you fucking doing, you asshole? And most of the time, if someone does that, they'll just stop, let him do whatever he's going to do, and then the line will continue. I didn't wait in any of these lines. I had a friend who did it yesterday for 30 minutes, stood in this line, got the item, and moved on. And this is all player driven. I've never
fucking
seen
meta, dude.
I've never seen anything else like this.
Waiting in line in a video game.
Yeah.
To get
so
salute.
weird.
No, thank you.
It is so fucking weird.
Shoot me if I do that.
I saw you encounter another part, and it was, I don't even know if I can like describe the area you were in anymore, but there are all these like little huts, and there was like they were up on like stilts, so you had to go up, and I just remember there was like 50 people surrounding this one mob. And you went up and you tried to tag it, and you're like, "Oh my fucking god!" But then everyone has to get into like a raid.
So one of the nice things about the game is that there's a AOE raid invite. So like if you run up on a giant group of people, you hit one button and it just invites everyone in like a 50-yard radius.
Okay.
So I think that's what people are doing for that particular quest.
I got you. But that is so ridiculous. That is kind of like,
dude, I wish I could find the screen. If someone's watching, find the screenshots of it or post them in chat, because I would love to show you guys. It is fucking bizarre. I've never seen anything like that before in any other MMO. where it's like 500 people, just like, all right, let me walk 2 steps, and then they're just kind of like looking.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. I gotta see it, otherwise I'm gonna think you're making it
Okay,
up.
Yeah.
someone pays.
Someone just link.
I'll fire it.
Oh my God, you are not kidding.
Where is this
That
from?
is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here it is.
This
Look at that
boggles my fucking mind.
It's so fucking weird. Like, what? Who does that? It's so bizarre, man. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in probably gaming, like in actual video games.
I've never seen that.
For the community to take that upon themselves.
I mean, you know what? It makes sense. Like,
It's so
if
crazy.
finally people are like, well, fuck, chaos isn't going to help us here, because, yeah.
Yeah, but seriously, oh God, I don't know.
I don't. It's
It's just.
It's funny because people in chat are saying like Americans are that we're ruder that way, but actually that's not my experience at all. Like if you think Americans are rude that way, like go to Europe.
yeah.
Europe is where people don't line up.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh, well, whatever, like push to the front.
It's Tuesday. Let's go rioting. All right, let's go.
Right.
But yeah, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a video game,
That
and it
is
happened
so-
yesterday. And also you see like the
Bizarro
strobe
world.
lights or whatever, Wheat.
Yeah.
That happens when 4 or more people start dancing around
Yeah,
each other.
I've seen that.
They have like party lights and disco lights come in. It's kind of stupid, but
Pretty
kind of cool at the
crazy.
same time.
That
Um,
I can't believe that.
I can't either. It's really and it works
There's
too.
a gap in the line.
We-
Like there's
uh,
one screenshot where there's a gap in the line.
Yeah.
That would be like where there's a cross through, right? Is that why? So people can run
Probably
through.
because there is collision in the game, so you will get pushed out of the way if someone runs into you. We thought about yesterday. We've got like
Oh my
I think
God.
like 500 or 600 people in my guild. We thought about one of the main things in the game, like 1 to 50. It's pretty much an MMO. Like you're doing quests, you're grinding mobs, and you're getting all the way up there. And then at 50, like quote unquote, the real game starts, right? And one of the parts of the real game is that there's this entire ocean in the center, and boats and nautical travel and submarines exist. Is kind of the main focus. It's very PvP. So we thought everyone gets a rowboat at like level 12, and so we were going to get 600 people to line their rowboats off in a straight line and like make a land bridge of rowboats all the way out into the center island. And then we would just run like our trade packs back and forth on this line, but we haven't done it yet. I don't know if it's possible because some asshole could just come in a boat and just like ram the side of our shit and we'd go flying.
That's funny.
But yeah.
I like to think that I'm a polite person, but I just feel like if I was playing this game and I saw that, I would just like run by all those fools and just say,
Oh,
"Fuck
so would
you!
I.
I'm going
would
right
I.
up to the front."
Yeah.
Like
I would too.
tough shit for you.
That happened yesterday. There was a story quest inside of like this little it's like I don't know that it's like a Asian or Japanese building. Anyways, it's very close quarter, and this one mob spawns. He's got like a 2-minute respawn, and there was like 7 of us, and you have to accept the quest and then kill him, and it can only be done by 1 person at a time. So like the 7 of us are all just like spamming the buttons. And I'm just like, all right, fuck it, form a line, get behind me. And like everyone lined up behind me immediately. And it was very orderly and civil. I'm like, who are these MMO players? Like, where do these guys exist that this actually works? And I guess since I was the first one to say form a line, like I was the first one to get the item. So I didn't care at that point. But it's a weird, I've never seen that before.
So let me ask you. I mean, you played through the first, like the open beta stuff. You did kind of say we have to wait till the game gets out. But like, what is your guys' goal? Is your guys' goal just to try to get to 50 so that you can enjoy this in-game content together? Because I know there's a lot of big streamers that are playing, and as a result, you guys do have this pretty big guild. So what do you guys? What is your plan?
So there's a lot of like goals in the game that a player can strive for. One of the things that I kind of like forgot or I guess just didn't care about and now I'm kind of regretting is this idea of getting land. So you can plant a house in the world, right? In the actual zones that you're leveling in. And being closer to the sea is obviously better because One of the things that you do at the end game is called trade pack runs. You create a trade pack that makes you move a little bit slower, and typically you do it at your house. And if you're next to the sea, then you can create it at your house, jump off this mountain, and land in your boat, and then just go on your boat to turn this pack in. And I didn't really I knew it was going to be a thing. I guess I just didn't think it was going to be that big of a thing. But around 7 o'clock last night, so the server had been up for 5 hours. I went and started looking for a plot for my house. And all of the prime spots, you can't build the house yet, but you can put the plot down so it's reserved for 2 weeks, and then you can build it as time goes on. But every single plot in a certain zone was taken. It was 600 houses just across the world were put down in 5 hours, which is really, really crazy to think about. And one of the things that I'm not worried about, but for the free-to-play people that get in Tuesday, there's going to be no spots left to put a house down.
Yeah, so how does that work?
Because they don't have housing zones.
Oh.
The housing zones are the zones you level in.
Yeah, that does kind of suck.
And so I don't know enough about the game because you do have to pay a tax on that.
This is some class warfare bullshit in this game, man.
Yeah, it really is. You have to pay a tax every month to keep your house going, right? To the NPCs of the game, not to anyone in particular, unless you create your own faction and you claim a continent, which I think is possible if you're in the north, which is not enabled yet. That doesn't mean anything to anyone unless you're playing. But yeah, I have a house now. I haven't built it yet, but it's not in it's not a very good location, but it's a house, so I guess that's good.
So what you're saying is when we come in, we're going to be homeless.
I think so,
we're going to be the homeless people of ArcheAge.
The house is it's almost a luxury, right? Because other people can use other houses if you let it, if it's a public house.
You could squat.
So yeah, you could definitely squat, and with that in mind, the houses are used primarily for you to put down level 30 and higher workbenches so that you can do higher level crafting. Otherwise, you can do everything in a town up into a certain point. And so I don't know how that's going to factor into the larger game. I don't know how that's going to work. And I'm very interested to see how that works. The other stuff that's really funny is, I think I talked about this on the show prior. There's trials in this game. So if you do enough
trials,
yeah.
Oh, that's
trials
right.
in the sense of a judge and jury, and you're a defendant, and yeah, okay, it happens. Okay, so this is how it goes. At level 30, it opens up, and all the zones 30 or higher is a PvP zone. You can attack your own faction. You can attack other factions. You can steal people's crops. Farming and planting stuff is a big thing in this game. So you can plant trees illegally, randomly throughout the world, where you just plant a bunch of trees in this random place that only you know about. But at the same time, there's people that go around in the world, look for these illegal plants, and steal the fuck out of them. And if you steal the fuck out of them, a little blood thing goes down right below it. Okay. And when this person comes back to that tree plant, they're going to see all these little blood things, right? And they can go and report them. And as you report them, it goes back to the player, and it gives them infamy points. And when you get to, I think, 50 infamy, which is not very much, it takes maybe 20 plants stolen or 20 trees stolen or 15 kills or something like that. You get a debuff on your character that the next time you die, you are going to be sentenced to a trial. So when you die, and the other thing that happens
awesome.
in the game too, when you die, when that goes up, there's people in the game that if you serve enough on the jury, there's a quest that opens up that you can get a bounty hunter, so that these people become named throughout the world, and you can actually hunt them. I think.
Do you get served jury duty in this game?
So this is what happens when you go into
it's that realistic.
You gotta wait in lines. You get jury duty. You're homeless. This sounds like a fucking great game.
Yeah, just wait. It actually gets crazy. When you go into jail, you get put into this jail cell, and it's you're in queue to be tried for your thing. And eventually you get teleported in once the trials of everyone else have passed. It's basically a queue, kind of, but it happens pretty quickly. And it says, so begins the trial of X. So begins the trial of itmeJP. defendant did so and so things, and the 5 people on the jury are real people that sign up for this in the game, and it tells you all the shit that he did, and the defendant can talk and the jury can talk, and everyone else on the server can see this as it's happening in real time. So the defendant's like, fuck you guys, I didn't fucking do anything. I was just stealing shit from this guy. Fuck all of you. I'm going to jail. You can't do nothing. Like, fuck you. And the juries are all just like, guilty, guilty. Everyone's just spamming guilty nonstop. And then eventually they weigh in after a certain time limit, like 5 minutes. And depending on what you did, how many things you stole, how high your infamy was, you get served jail time.
What the fuck?
Which is
and
crazy.
jail
So
time
you like log on and you're just sitting in a cell?
it can no, you can only be tried while you're online. But when you get jail time, it's in real time. So this can be from 20 minutes to an hour to some case where a guy got 472 hours, which was a week, where he was just in a jail cell, and you can get out of jail. You can dig your way out of jail and get back to the main world. You swim across the sea. It's very slow
that's
process.
awesome. So you can escape.
Yeah, you can escape, but you can't do a lot of like the major actions. Like you can't go back to unless they changed it. You can't go back to grinding or anything like that, like to leveling. So if you get a big jail sentence, you're actually just fucked for that amount of time. So it's like one way to deter that, but it's so fucking weird.
Yeah, this is so weird. So you can actually defend yourself and like be found innocent?
Yes,
people
you can be found
innocent.
But at the end of the day, like, you got to remember you're on the internet, and most people are just going to try to fuck you over.
No one ever will be.
Right. Why would you? And aren't you actually guilty? Because isn't it just like a fact?
Well,
I mean, like,
hey man, some crimes are gray. Like some crimes are in the gray, right? So maybe you killed this guy because he killed you 20 times and camped you 20 times, but you killed him once.
Also, it's self-defense or something.
Yeah, so you can be like, hey, this guy ganked me a bunch. I was defending myself. And it's up to you got to convince the jury. So
maybe if you're homeless in this game, maybe you want to commit crimes so that you get jail, so that you have a roof over your head.
Yeah.
I'm like, finally, I'm safe. I'm in ArcheAge jail.
And it even goes further than that. Like,
food? What happens in jail? Are there?
It's just a bunch of people where you can do like really remedial tasks. Like you can go and like peel potatoes. I think you can exercise on some level. There's peeling potatoes. Like it's a jail and there's just like 20 or so people just walking around. They're like, "What are you in here for?"
Hey man.
It's like, well,
I want you to do push-ups.
Yeah, I told.
So I wonder if people become like prison bitches in ArcheAge.
I don't know.
I don't know. It could happen.
Even more weirder than that, in my opinion, is if you do enough shit, like criminal shit, you get to a point where you can actually break away from the two factions, East and West, and go to the pirate faction. In the pirate faction, you can do as much foul shit as you want. There's no judge, jury, or trial or anything like that. But you are not able to go into either main city, and you're basically kill on sight to any NPCs from both factions. But you can kill everyone else, and there's no penalty.
And there's no way back in? You can't reform yourself? Or
you might be able to. I'm not too sure. One of the things that happened on the Korean servers a while back is the pirates on the server became too strong that they were actually running the server and no one could do anything. So both of the factions had to team up and just like shit on these pirates for a month and just like destroy them. There was like a peace treaty and like all this crazy shit signed just so that they could do stuff on the server because the pirates were just destroying everything.
That's
really fucking cool to me. Like,
yeah, that is cool. That's really cool.
That sounds awesome.
I don't know if we'll ever reach that point in the U.S., but
I don't know if sitting in jail's cool, but the rest of that sounds cool.
That's just it's funny to me. Like I don't get upset. I've only been in jail once, and it was for like an hour or something like that.
Okay.
But it's because they saw my name immediately in the trial, and everyone's just like, guilty. Like, you're going to fucking jail, JP. Like, God damn it. So I'm a little bit worried about that, but yeah, it's fun.
You're kind of selling me on this, I think, now.
Yeah.
It sounds so fucked up.
Like, at the end of the day, it's an MMO. It's pretty fucking grindy. Especially at the top levels, like you're going to be grinding a lot of stuff. It's not pay to win. There's some pay to win aspects of in the sense that you can buy with real money inventory space, but you can also buy it in game eventually. You can buy mounts in game. All the mounts are balanced, and you get a mount at level 4, so you get it pretty quickly. But it's not like a World of Warcraft mount where it's super super fast. They have 5 abilities, and they level up with you. Everyone can get a pet that you can fight with. However, most people, you can only have a mount or a pet out to fight with you at any given time. It's a really unique MMO, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But also, just keep in mind, like I've said all the good things, and I'm leaving out a lot of the weird shit. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. And server stability wise, it was great yesterday, except for the first hour or so, just due to like tons of people getting in. This morning at 5 a.m. it went down. It didn't come back up till about noon. And now they're kind of having intermittent issues where it's up for 5 minutes and it's down for 5 minutes and up. And so yeah, there's that.
So we'll probably.
The last thing. Last thing you mentioned. What's the end game? The end game for me, the one thing I want to do is claim a castle, because when the northern island opens up, you can actually get giant fucking castles for your guild and have your guild banner like fly there, which you can put in whatever. So we're gonna put the Swiggity Swooty deer in there as our emblem. That'll be on all our ships and it'll be on all our castles and everything. And then you can challenge other castles to combat. And there's only 9 castles on a server, so those are always going to be changing, right?
Wow.
And it's not like Dark Age where you can do alarm clock raids where everyone sets their alarm clock for like 2 a.m. in the morning on Christmas Eve and you go and like steal some shit. It's like it's always 40 versus 40 at a certain time. So you can have like your best 40 players go in there, and I've never seen one done, but I want to see what that's like. Like that sounds really cool to me to be able to do shit like that. And it's total siege warfare. Tons of people are on horses, and they're like, there's a bunch of shit that can be done.
Sounds cool.
So we'll see.
Let's talk. Unless anyone has anything else for now playing. There's a couple news things I wouldn't mind throwing out there before we
go
wrap.
for it.
So what do you guys think about the Minecraft Microsoft thing that's been hopping around, and now that they're reportedly saying that on Monday they're going to announce 2.5?
I was trying to find news about this when Jeff joked about it with you. Like, so they're going to buy Minecraft for $2 billion?
2.5 is what the new
and it's Microsoft?
Microsoft. So, I mean, instantly a ton of things come to mind. First off, they just released it for the PlayStation 4. Do they get that? Like, you know, what is Microsoft's plan for it? I mean, Minecraft is more than a game right now. Minecraft has become a merchandising anomaly, dude. Like the amount of Minecraft shit that you can get, and some of the stuff that I know that I've bought, like that's unofficial too. You know, like I mean, there is a lot to be done there. So I just wonder what their plans might be. But yeah, Reuters is reporting there. Here it is. I'll bring it up here.
What do you think, Jeff?
I just hope that this means that finally we can use Kinect for Minecraft.
Yeah, you want to be able to rotate those cubes. Yeah. Minority Report.
I'm just kidding. I mean, yeah. I'm making a bench.
I just imagine you doing that in the living room and your wife is just like watching it and just like, oh wait, what the hell are you doing?
Oh wait a second,
divorce.
Wait, this says Microsoft needs Minecraft to boost mobile ambitions, but didn't they just discontinue their phone as well?
Yes, or they discontinue. Well, they're not calling it. What I read was they're not calling it Windows Phone.
Oh, they're gonna go maybe Surface or
yeah.
I see. Yeah, it has 2.5% of the mobile market.
It's a crazy story all the way around. It's hard to know. I mean, you know, in a way, like for Notch, I mean, congratulations, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, for a guy who didn't need any more money in the first place to get another $2.5 billion, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, really when you just go back, like imagine, like try to remember the very first time you ever heard of Minecraft and went to the website and looked at it and then think, like, could you ever imagine in the world that thing would have been worth $2.5 billion to Microsoft down the line?
The only reason I can is because when I saw my 3-year-old son, right? It came out 5 years ago. So when I saw my 3-year-old son like connect with the game on the level that he did, I didn't know. I wasn't like, God damn it, this is going to be a $2.5 billion but I was definitely like, there is something like immortalizing here. Like something is happening, and this game is going to be around for fucking ever. You know, like
yeah.
I don't know.
You know,
it's crazy. I mean, I don't. And what does it mean that Microsoft owns them? I don't know.
That's even weirder.
I mean, it's like Facebook owning Oculus. Like, do they fuck with it or do they leave it alone? Who the hell knows? I don't know. It does seem weird.
It's actually a weird thing now that I think about it. You know, we were talking about how like big or influential World of Warcraft and Minecraft are in the last generation. You've never played WoW, and I've never played Minecraft.
I've played WoW.
You've played WoW before?
I played vanilla WoW 4 months, dude. Like,
okay, I didn't
pretty
know
much,
that.
yeah. To the point where I'm like, I wish that there was more shit. And then, yeah.
I see. I've never stepped foot in Minecraft at all, and I've always thought like,
so the weird
like,
thing
it's
about
such a
Minecraft,
weird thing to watch people play, because I'm like, what? You just build shit. Like,
the weird thing. So
how the fuck is that fun to just build things?
I like vanilla Minecraft, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just no changes. You go out, you try to survive, and you make cool shit in the process. There's other people that just like creative Minecraft, right? Where it's like there's nothing coming to kill them. It's just like they have infinite amount of everything. And then I feel like there's the third part that likes all the mods and stuff. And what I feel about it with like all the mods and stuff is that they never made it easy for that stuff to happen. So it was actually just the biggest fucking pain in the ass to like say, I want, well, texture packs were easy, but I want to add these items to the game, or I want these mods to work together. And it was such a fucking pain in the ass that actually was one of the reasons why I was detracted more away from the game. For me, if like Mojang would have gone back and said, how can we actually turn this into a game, I think I would be playing it. Because there's a point in which you're like... And this is the same kind of thing that I have right now with MMOs, where I'm just like, why the fuck am I playing this game? Other than to just like, have some fun or just, play with my kid or whatever. But I get to that point where I'm just like, I'm actually gaining zero from this. Like there's no story at the end that's going to have an emotional payoff. Like I'm not getting attached to any characters. I'm just fucking collecting wood and building shit. But
I think that there's something about I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I mean all I was going to end with was, on the same token, like I look at that and I'm like, I want my kid building shit all day, because it's like one of the most creative, non-violent, and intelligent games that you can put your kids on early. That's
what I was going to say, and that's why I think it's so. It's no surprise that it migrated down to little kids, right? I mean, it's like the perfect little kid game. And, the truth is, like, they're actually just more imaginative than we are. We've had it, like, beaten out of us. And also, we've got busy lives and we're doing other things, and we just want to be entertained at the end of the day. But little kids are, like, still trying to figure out the world, and they're making up their own worlds in their head, and they're trying to process all the shit that they're learning. And they, I mean, this is not new, and I'm certainly, like, the billionth person to say this, but it's very much like Lego. And, anyone who has kids, like, you see them, like, they get totally lost in their fantasy world.
Yeah.
Just with blocks and Legos and their dolls and whatever, like, making up stories in their head. Like, they're so much better at it than we are. Yeah. And so this game just sort of enables that.
That would have been a weird thing to have in my childhood, because, like, I'm trying to think. I grew up with, like, the G.I. Joe. And
that was me. He-Man and all that shit. Castle Grayskull.
And, like, if I grew up with Minecraft, I think that would have been, like, for me, I have such an addictive personality that I probably would have been fucked. Like, I would have just been stuck in that world for years upon years upon years.
It's not a terrible world to be stuck in.
No,
because literally everything you're doing has an aspect of creativity or organization or math, whether you realize you're doing it or not. Like that first moment where there's so many moments for me watching my son, right? That first time he's building a house, and like for me, when I play those types of games, if shit isn't symmetrical to me, I go nuts. Like my OCD kicks in and stuff. So for the first time, like seeing him discover like, oh, if I make this building like 5 blocks wide instead of 4 blocks wide, then my door goes in the middle. You know, it's like shit like that, but like picking that up at 5 and 6, like it's just crazy how the game, I think fucking Minecraft should be in every school. I think that, you know, it teaches kids how to use computers. It teaches them how to think. It teaches them organization, building, creativity. Like, it's just blows my mind. And so one of the reasons I bring this back to our original conversation is that, like, will Microsoft enhance this ability or will they hinder what is so special about it? I don't know.
Well, I think that Microsoft is a smart enough company, obviously, that I think they'll see that, and if anything, if they're smart business-wise, like that's how you make a fuck ton of money off that game is by selling more of that game, right, and getting it in the right places. And I think that's probably the biggest demographic for Minecraft right now is like the younger kids, the probably like 7 to 15 or 7 to 14-year-old range. And so if I'm Microsoft, like that would be what I push forward moving forward if this deal is actually real. I think it's kind of weird too. Like everything that Mojang has done outside of Minecraft has been kind of lackluster. Like they did Scrolls, which was their trading card game, and then I think 2 or 3 months after that, Hearthstone came out and it just shit all over it, and no one plays Scrolls anymore at all. So I would like to see something else from Mojang and from the devs, but maybe Minecraft is all they need.
Or I'd just like to see the new, like the
evolution.
The evolution, right?
Yeah.
Like taking this amazing world and everything they built and turning it into some skill-based MMO type game, I think would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's an incredible story. The whole thing is. Yeah. There's totally a book, if there isn't one already. Yeah. There's a book to be written on Minecraft.
Many books, yeah.
And the whole arc of Mojang and Notch. Crazy story.
And it's one of those games too that like transcends video games, right? Because when people started fucking doing like what was it, like real scale versions of like the Enterprise and shit,
turf and stuff, and,
or like or when people like built an actual working calculator in Minecraft, like what the actual fuck? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, what a friend of mine, their kid, I watched him. He made he recreated a Half-Life level in Minecraft. God. The kid's he was like less than 12 years old.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I mean,
I opened
up about the Roblox guy that made Unturned or whatever, right?
Yeah. I opened up something that was like 25 Minecraft creations that will blow your mind, and like the first one is just like holy shit. You know, I couldn't even imagine building. So, oh my god, yeah. So that's right. Someone made King's Landing. That is just
oh my god.
That is just how much fucking time went into that. My god.
Oh my god, that place.
Oh my god,
huge.
Yeah, now this, of course, like, then that's the cool thing is these guys build it, and then they put in all those cool, like, light map mods and high-res texture mods and stuff. The full album, in a word, super cray.
I look at that price point of $2 billion or $2.5 billion. It's like, it's actually a little bit low, in my opinion. Like with what they've done, right? Like if WhatsApp sells for what, 20 billion, is that what it went for or something like that?
Yep.
Or maybe Jeff, you know that as well. The stupid stupid iOS and
19, 16 after
19 billion. Like if that goes for that much, like Minecraft has had a bigger cultural impact than that ever will.
Yes.
Like,
which, I mean, that whole acquisition in and of itself is really fucked up and weird to think about because it's pretty much like users, and you're talking about something that doesn't have any
value, right?
It technically has no way to monetize. It's very much like Twitter, and sort of like that, the evolution of that. But
like Twitter will probably never get bought, right? Like because I don't. It's Twitter. Like I don't.
Well, I mean, someone's gonna figure out, and they kind of already have, but they're like to figure out how it all gets monetized at the end of the thing. But the point being is that, you know, it's weird when you've got WhatsApp going for whatever 17, 19 billion. Without revenue potential, but then you've got something like Minecraft, which not only has a enormous user base and already how many millions of copies sold, but also probably makes more on merchandising than it makes on the game right now, like year to year, right? I mean,
did you? Oh, sorry, finish your thought.
No, they released the one. I mean, I go to PAX, and if I don't walk out of there with a new Minecraft item, then like I've just, you know, I feel like I've failed. But it happens every time. This PAX, it was a creeper backpack, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so cool. How can I not? But it's mind-boggling.
One of the roleplay fan put the original cast of roleplay, like me, Jeff, Jen, Ryan, and Neil into Minecraft and like made actual silhouettes of us, and I was just like, this is.
You've been immortalized.
This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Like, I don't want to go crawl on my face, or like, I don't know what this even means or how I can access that. But I don't know. The whole Minecraft thing's weird, and the fact that like 2 billion is so much fucking money. Like, if you think about how much money that really is, that is insane.
Yeah.
Fucking insane how much money 2 billion is. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that gets announced on Monday, but. It's a weird thing.
And it's hard to, it's hard to deny, I mean, he earned it. I mean, I don't know.
The whole team.
I don't know if the whole team, right.
Yeah, it's just fucking smart, like just genius level of to be able to be the ones that like created something like that, and the amount of people that have tried to copy that or emulate that in other games, or the influence that's had on like video games as a whole is crazy.
Yeah, it changed like a huge part of the cultural landscape, like on its own. I mean, you got to think that it drives people crazy, like big companies like Microsoft, that they spend so much money trying to come up with something, and then like one dude, it's like Flappy Birds,
Yeah, it really is
Except this
crazy.
was actually good.
Well, yeah,
oh shit! Son. The new one he did too is just.
I heard about that. I think the Giant Bomb guys were playing that or something.
I don't get it. I play a lot of dumb mobile shit, but that's like it is the cream of the crop dumb mobile shit. Why do people play that shit? There's better mobile shit to play than that shit. For real.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. All right. We're at the top of the hour. Any other? That was the big news item for me this week, other than Destiny and ArcheAge. So I feel like we did a pretty good job covering things this week.
I guess I don't really know what happened. Like I've been like just kind of playing video games a shit ton this week.
ArcheAge is being DDoSed.
Yeah, I saw that. Not really, because I've been on the show for the past 2 hours. So fuck everyone else, because I'm still right along with you guys.
Someone is probably waiting for 8-bits to end, and then they're gonna let off the attacks.
Why would you DDoS? Okay.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
It's like, man, we can't let JP get too far. I don't know. No one from your community would do that shit. I know. No one would do that.
Yeah.
All right. Are you gonna play some more today? Is that your plan?
Oh yeah. I'm debating like not stopping till I'm 50, but that actually means that I might like lose a couple years of my life. So like that'll actually cause real harm to my body. Doing like that much streaming, or I guess being that not sleeping as much as I should this past week. But I'll definitely be playing a lot today. I want to, like I said, hit 50. I want to get a fucking wheat. The real thing is I want a cruise ship. There's a cruise ship that you can get in the game that's really hard to get. It's going to take a lot of time, but it's got a hot tub in it. And I want to be able to cruise the ocean with all the fucking swiggity swooty with like 1,000 people on the cruise ship just dancing. Just having a ball. It's going to happen.
I can't wait to see that on stream. So,
all right,
let's wrap. Jeff?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Greenspeak. and that's also Greenspeak on Twitter. I'm gonna be my usual old school self, and I'll be streaming Dark Souls 2 again later,
Nice. I'll definitely watch that.
later today. And more Destiny is in my weekend plans.
You
Right on.
gotta get back. What level are you in Destiny?
I'm only level 9, so I got a way to go.
You still got
Ways to go.
It's still
Yeah.
fun, man.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
about playing. Like my brother messaged me, he's like, "Hey, you want to get on Destiny?" And I almost like, yeah, let's fucking just go. Like fuck ArcheAge. It'll be up all day. I'd rather just go play Destiny. So it's a good game.
JP?
Yeah, I guess for me, I'll be live. I think I'm gonna go get a bunch of food so I don't have to go anywhere later today, and I can just like poop sock some ArcheAge all day long. I got Chipotle yesterday and got 2 bowls. That was good for the rest of the day. I think I'm gonna go to Taco Cabana today and get 2 pounds of fajita meat and then get like 2 things of rice and beans, and then I'll just be set. I can just
Living the dream.
Just shovel that on a plate and just slop it in like in between.
You need to hire somebody to shovel in for you, so you can keep your hands on the keyboard.
Yeah, just never lose focus. Never lose focus. That's the goal. That's the goal. Yeah, and then what we got? There's more games coming out, guys. Like we're getting into the thick of it. It's fucking exciting.
We added them to my I added them to my calendar. I'm excited about this. So now I can
We've got there was a Forza 2 Horizon trailer that came out, and it got me kind of excited to play a driving game, especially because the music they're using a lot of like EDM bullshit that I really enjoy, and I want to drive cars really fast to like good music. That sounds really cool.
Disney
and I can
Infinity?
actually like I can go get my Xbox, which has like 2 layers or 2-inch of dust on it, and maybe get that Kinect that I've just turned into a corner off in the other side of the room. Maybe turn that on because I haven't played it since launch of the Xbox One, which was what, November of last year or of this year. Jesus.
Yeah, and we're about to go into 23rd is Disney Infinity. No one cares about that, but it's going to be awesome. 30th is the Middle Earth Shadow Mordor.
Kind of want it. Are you going to play that?
What?
Mordor.
Yeah, I'll definitely play Mordor.
I'm all over that one.
No, I mean Disney Infinity.
Yeah, I will. Probably.
Dude, I might be in. It's
pretty cool, the new shit they've added.
John Vignacchi is a cool enough dude that I kind of want to buy some stuff for him.
Then Smash Bros 3DS, Alien Isolation, Borderlands the pre-sequel. We have a week. Actually, it's not a week off because Civilization Beyond Earth releases.
Oh, that's gonna be a
Assassin's Creed Unity and Sunset Overdrive on the same day. Then Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Then Halo: The Master Chief Collection. Then Far Cry 4 and Little Big Planet.
Damn.
And then everything goes silent until the beginning of next year. But that's, no shit. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 10 weeks in a row with major releases.
That starts at the end of September, right? The 28th?
Yeah, the 23rd. The 23rd. It starts
Forza
with
comes out
Disney
the
Infinity, and then I'm sorry, yeah, Forza, and this the week before, and then Disney Infinity and Hyrule Warriors.
Wait, is Forza out this week?
Is it out this week?
This upcoming Tuesday?
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't have that on my calendar because I don't like driving games.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna rub it in your face when.
Where the hell is it? I'll just go to the Microsoft Store.
Now you got to be careful.
Release date 9/30.
Oh, so that comes out at the end of the month. So wait, Mordor
comes out
before
same
that?
day as Mordor. Maybe I do have it on there. I just don't.
Oh damn.
Nope, I don't.
Yeah, they bumped up the
fucking
Mordor
sucks.
date, right?
Because fuck, I want to play Mordor.
Dude, you don't want to play racing games, bro.
I love Forza Horizon though. The first one was so fun. Anyways, a lot of games coming out. Super exciting. It's gonna be a lot of fun Twitch streams and 8-bits in the future with hopefully what is going to be some good games. Mordor is, I think, next on that hype train. If you're aboard, I think that's going to get. It's already been kind of hyped through all of the events silently, like among the press. And everyone's saying it's going to be the next cool thing. I hope it delivers.
Everything I played was awesome.
Yeah. And it's story focused, right? There's no multiplayer or anything in it, so
story focused. Yeah,
sounds great. Sounds cool.
Actual open world with a ton of stuff to do.
Yeah, and we've got what's it called in there?
Wasteland 2, yeah.
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh, right.
That's right. That's right.
I'm missing
That's gonna be a big one.
Damn.
Fuck yeah, a lot of cool games coming out. and I'll probably still be dicking around in ArcheAge and fucking line waiting for a
Or in jail.
to click. Or in jail. Fuck. Maybe I'll do some really heinous shit, so I just get in jail for a week when all these games come out.
There you go.
It's fun. Cool.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be streaming ArcheAge today. We've got Solemn on Monday evening. I think. I don't know when the other shows are. If they're not on the bot, then I'll put them on there. I've got a shirt out. Thanks to everyone who's purchased that. You guys are kind of crazy. 217 shirts sold right now. You guys can go over to teespring.com/itmeJP. Really thankful for everyone that's purchased that. I was not expecting to sell more than 100, and you guys doubled that. So thank you guys so much.
Nice.
That's all I got.
All right. Yeah, to round it off, I will be playing probably some RimWorld as well as some Destiny today. I also just want to shout out this stream. We talked about them yesterday on Twitch Weekly, but the Speedruns Live guys are doing this mystery tournament. This is the 5th one that they've done. And I got to say, it's pretty badass because basically it's like speedrunners of different games, and they're up against each other, and they're given completely new games, and they have to just try to beat the other person, like to beat the game faster. And there's been some pretty awesome games so far. So they're about to play Jelly No Puzzle, and if you guys have seen this one before, it's insane. I don't even know why they would do this to these guys. But yeah, I mean, just if you're looking for something else to throw on in the background, there's some pretty hilarious shit going on there. So other than that, I'll be streaming the next couple days. Yeah, that's all I got. That's it. I guess if you're going to play Destiny, if you're just starting, if you're a lowbie like me, hit me up, and maybe we'll get in on some games today. But I don't have anything else, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us this Saturday morning. Sorry that we weren't around on Friday, but we'll let you know about the next program as well. And everyone have a great weekend. We'll see you next time on another episode of 8 Bits. We're out of here. Peace.
Bye-bye.